So your uniform report says that in the year prior to your second arrest, offender reports consuming 1 to 2 drinks daily with a loss of intention, it's called, occurring a couple of times. Since this DUI, he reports having 1 or 2 drinks per event 3 times per week. And this evaluation was written, looks like it was written for the court because it's dated April 2010.
Right, like I said, I cut back on mine.
Okay, so you think that's an accurate
Yes,
statement of your drinking before the second arrest?
yes.
And then the update states that reports since his last evaluation, he's been consuming alcohol 1 time per week, consisting of 1 beer with dinner. Reports doing this for the last year and a half. Is that accurate?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And it says here that you don't have any family history of alcohol or drug abuse. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, do you think you developed a drinking or drug problem during that period of time?
During what period of time?
Between in the months leading up to your first arrest, and then from the months before your first arrest to the second arrest.
That's when I developed my drinking and drug
I'm asking you
problem?
whether you think you developed a drinking or drug problem during that period of time.
No, I think I had a problem before then.
You had a drinking or drug problem before?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
About when do you think your drinking and drug use became problematic? At about what age? You were 23 at the time of the first DUI.
About the time I joined the Four Corner Hustlers in Chicago, about age 14.
Okay. So you started using alcohol and drugs at about that age?
Yes,
But by the time of your first DUI, that you're still certain that that was your heaviest drug use leading up to that first arrest?
yes.
Okay. Besides getting arrested, what problems did your drinking cause?
I was living with my grandmother who raised me, and she was getting to the point that she wouldn't let me come home in the house because of the way I was. It was hard for me to hold a job. I couldn't work. I wouldn't work very long.
Okay. Your grandmother wouldn't let you in the house because she didn't like the way you treated her or acted when you were drinking and using drugs? Or because she just didn't like anybody using alcohol or drugs?
She was dead against any alcohol or
Okay.
any of that behavior.
Well, did she see some behavior that offended her or that concerned her, or?
Oh, I used to steal from her, and she didn't like that.
Did you ever abuse her, verbally or physically?
No,
Get in arguments with her?
sometimes,
Did you show up at home under the influence?
sometimes,
Did she complain about your alcohol and drug use?
sometimes.
And you said you stole from her. And then you said you had problems on the job. Was that because of your alcohol and drug use?
Well, I was real young back then, but I couldn't hold a job very long.
Was it because you weren't showing up to work?
Yeah,
Or weren't very productive?
I just wouldn't go.
And is that because you were too intoxicated or hungover, or?
Well, I don't know if that might have been a part of it, but a part of it was just being in the gang and being on the street, hustling.
Okay.
So, I didn't need, sometimes I didn't need a job.